guys, my name is ANya and I'm going to talk about mental illness and youth in our schools. Raise your hand if you know someone or you deal with mental illness. Mental illness comes in many different varieties and severities, ranging from any mental illness to a serious mental illness. Almost everyone in their life comes across someone that has to deal with this disorder. For those of you that don't know someone, you know me, and I have anxiety. Since the 5th century, a broad variety of mental illnesses has turned into an epidemic that has continued to affect our youth and their overall school performance. We will discuss mental illness as a whole and then go into anxiety. First, I will define mental illness. Mental illness is defined as a wide range of disorders that affect one's mood, behavior, and/or thinking. There are 200 classified forms of mental illness that are broken down into the top 5 categories: anxiety, dementias, schizophrenia, mood disorders, and eating disorders. According to the Association of Children's Mental Health, about 1 in 10 young people have a mental health challenge that is severe enough to impair how they function at home, school, or in the community. USCB has about 2,000 students. That means that at least 200 of them have a severe mental health challenge, and who knows how many have just any mental health challenge. Although mental illness is widely distributed across the population, people still don't get the health care that they need. According to the National Public Radio, about 80% of people who are diagnosed with a mental health disorder and who need mental health services won't get them. An article written by Meg Anderson in 2016 told a story about a girl named Kate who told her therapist she wanted to die and was admitted to a hospital. During all this time, she says no one asked her one simple question: what's wrong? If someone would have asked, she would have told them. Now that we've defined mental illness, we will go into one in particular: anxiety. Anxiety is a broad disorder topic including phobias, PTSD, OCD, panic disorders, and social anxiety. Anxiety comes from a complex set of risk factors including genetics, brain chemistry, life event, and personality. According to the National Institute of Mental Health, 31.9% of adolescents are diagnosed with the anxiety disorder, and of these, 8.3% has severe impairment. Although anxiety is one of the most prevalent mental illnesses, it is also one of the most treatable, but if it's not treated effectively, it can become chronic and affect someone for the rest of their life. Treatment includes cognitive behavioral therapy and serotonin medication. I partake in therapy and I find it extremely helpful. A major research study found that for ages 7 to 17, both medication and therapy are most effective. Anxiety disorders affect everyone differently, but the effects seen on college students and high school students are likewise. Anxiety disorders can interfere with daily performance, job performance, schoolwork, and relationships. High school students today have more anxiety symptoms and are twice as likely to see a mental health professional as teens in the 1980s. This can be attributed to peer pressure, self-esteem, and family issues. For me, I would have problems if I wasn't being productive, if I felt like everything was too overwhelming, or if I just didn't understand what my teacher was trying to teach me. The societal view also placed on students can produce an anxiety disorder as well. College students that end up with anxiety have an adverse effect of the college life. The American College Health Association stated that 15.8% of college students are diagnosed with anxiety. The same survey showed that 21.9% of these students said that the anxiety had affected their academic performance, which was seen in lower grades, receiving incomplete, or just dropping the course altogether. The Boston University posted an article in which one of their sophomores stated, "My colleague calls it the gang face that everyone puts on that tells everyone else in the world, I'm fine, I'm handling it." We discussed mental illness and anxiety. Since before time, mental illness has affected our youth and their overall school performance. Someone once said, "It's a disorder, not a decision." We must take mental illness serious, and I hope you understand why. Thank you.